Yo, yo, yo. It's your boy, Sweet Sauce. Feeling 1 year older. I want to thank everybody on the team that gave me more happy birthdays than they did Tom. Yep. Tom contributes way more than I do, so thank you for always supporting my stupidity.
I don't think they actually support your stupidity.
I think they do.
I think Sean and Chloe are probably the only ones that support your stupidity.
All that matters. Because, you know what? No, I'm not even going to say that because the rest of them do. I just know they do. They do in their heart, even if they don't say that they will. Look, you don't have to admit it, okay? And I'm like intimately looking into the camera right now. You don't have to admit that you love me. I already know you do. I could feel it. All right. Anyway.
Okay. All right. So last week, we talked about what was the closest finish in NASCAR history, and I was looking for seconds. Kluge got the answer right, but I was looking for at the actual timing, which was 0.02 seconds. Or sorry, 0.002 seconds. But Kluge did get it right with the answer.
Did he put the time in?
No. He just put the two names involved.
I think we're seeing a pattern here with the questions that you're asking. You're not explaining yourself very well.
I literally said I want the seconds.
Oh, I don't remember. So,
but what the fuck do I know about what I asked? So.
No.
Anyway, all right.
Nothing.
Okay, let me read. I'll read verbatim what this question is. At what track did Dale Earnhardt Jr. make his first Winston Cup start?
I can't tell if you're either like, I don't know. I feel like some of the people answering these questions are just dumb, and they're doing it on purpose.
Talking about Kluge?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty dumb.
Like,
no, everybody else has gotten every other. Like Mike has answered every question, and he's been exactly the answer that I was looking for.
Yeah, like I don't know if Kluge meant to do that or if he just kind of.
I mean, he's right. He's just not what I was looking for.
Well, yeah, but if it's not what you were looking for, that's technically incorrect. So.
But it's the right incident.
Yeah, well, he's incorrect.
Okay, that's fine with me. I'm good with that.
Don't
we had
Kluge.
a pretty big weekend, everybody. We had the 24 Hours of Nurburgring.
Was it as big of a clusterfuck as it was last year?
The beginning was, yes. We had a few issues, which is why I needed you to stop the stream, and we couldn't stop the stream.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, it's whatever. But we had to start the second time split after starting the first one. But we came back and we finished P2 in the Porsche Cup with Eric. I gotta remember who was on that team.
Somebody said that they were going to finish P2 for my birthday, and I don't know who it was, but I love you.
That was Max. Eric Max. I hope I say your name right. I think it's Searle, and Ben raced the Porsche Cup. And then the BMW was Julian, Thomas, and Stefan. And they finished P13 after starting 44th, I think. And we were both in really pretty high splits, so both cars did really well. We introduced the yellow BMW. It's it's only going to happen once. Yellow will not be back. Not a fan of yellow. But it looked cool for the one time that it'll be on. But they did great, and that's like the toughest race ever because of how intense, and it's like 100 turns in one lap, and it's ridiculously long, and they killed it. So, and it was in a really not the easiest car to drive. So good for them. Great job. Our momentum is still there. We're still kicking ass. Did I say 14th or did I say 13th?
I don't remember. I'll be quite honest with you.
13th. It's because you weren't paying attention. You're too busy texting.
No, I know what you were
doing. We all Talladega fucked us. It turned me around. Bent me over.
I don't understand what's going on. All I know is my boy Willie B. He's fucking carrying my team every week.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Yes. But Willie B's having a great year.
So, Willie B.
So we'll jump right into Talladega. Dega, baby. Brad Keselowski won.
I almost fucking picked him too.
Boo. Not boo. He's okay. He's just okay though. Not cool, but not a whore. So
I had 3 out of the 5 people I picked single digits. One was negative.
Kyle Larson.
No.
Joey.
Yeah.
Yeah. They both got into wrecks pretty early. Well, Kyle had a mechanical failure. His engine was overheating.
I picked Bubba for the first time.
He got a stage win.
Yeah.
And then finished 17th.
Yeah, but I mean, he still got me 45 points, so.
Yeah. Whatever. But, it was pretty... I don't want to say it was lackluster because things still happened, but it wasn't as intense, I feel like, as previous Talladegas. The last few laps were pretty intense, and then the one with Logano flipping in the air was pretty intense.
Ooh. That's worth a few style points, right?
Yeah. He wasn't happy. He came out and he's like, why are we still racing like this? We're going 200 plus miles an hour around a huge oval, and this wing is so big in the back that if they get any sort of turned around air or whatever, they're gone. They're flipping, going through which the car is also designed not to flip, but it flips. But it flips so weirdly. I don't know. I don't understand it, so I'm not going to make comments. But I think the new car is going to come with different packages for the super speedways, so that it's a little more safe. Because he basically did what Ryan Newman did, but didn't get hit midair. But he landed in the same.
So is this
style.
one of those tracks where they can be more? They're going to be more fast.
Yeah, they're a lot faster.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Like they don't hit the brakes. They in fact take a lot of the brake away from the car, so it's lighter and can rotate the car better.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I don't know. I think they said something about rotating. I was in and out of that race because it was kind of stagnant for a bit. It was okay. It was a good race. Finished.
Will it be, baby?
Blaney got fudged by Reddick. Blaney was top 2 or 3 that entire last little bit. And then Reddick had a good run, so Blaney went with him, and then Reddick went around him, and then instead of pushing their line further, Reddick went around and lost all the air for everybody, and that line went right down to 15th.
Oof.
Shitty. We had IndyCar.
What was that fucking clip you sent me today?
We'll get into that. Because it's kind of hilarious.
I was like, what?
Stupid. But Colton Herta won that race. I think he led every lap, besides like the pitting cycles. But they came out like every single one of them came out with blisters on both their hands. Ooh. Like huge quarter-sized blisters or bigger. And they were all complaining, like, they were hot and just worn out from that race because it's Florida, and it was like 80, and they're in a very hot car right now. The airflow is not great for them, like it used to be, because they used to not have the shield.
Oh.
Now they have this huge halo shield that blocks it. They have no airflow except for what comes into their helmet, which kind of sucks, but it's safety. So, and then we had some WEC testing. The Corvette's over in Spa right now, which is cool. It's the first time the new one's been there.
Still no word on what they're doing?
No, not yet.
Okay.
But we got to see a little of the information about Hypercar, and it's currently slower than the second fastest class. Like they're supposed to replace the fastest class, and they're slower than the second fastest. Like they're 2 steps below where they're supposed to be. Like they're almost a full second off the second class.
Is that I don't understand. Is that as a class, or are you talking about a certain manufacturer's trying to make hypercar? I don't understand.
Okay, so hypercar is okay. We have LMP1 right now.
Yeah.
And then we have hypercar, who is replacing LMP1 because it's cheaper. and it's a little more.
So all the
Real car-y.
manufacturers are making a hypercar.
Not all of them, but a lot of them are.
The ones that
Or
wanna
they're
be in
making
it.
LMDH, whatever. Like there's 2 different styles that you can work with that will run in
Okay.
the same class.
So you're just talking about like the class as a whole has been doing testing and is already slower.
No, the series as a whole has been doing testing.
Right.
And
what I
then the highest class is slower than the cars that are below them.
Oh.
And so they, prior to this testing, they had talked about BOPing, balancing out the powers of the cars of the LMP2 class to slow them down because of how slow the hypercars were going to be compared to what they are now, or what LMP is.
Are they going to run on the same track, kind of like what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why they're making
The other car's slower.
Mm-hmm. So they can't make the hypercar any faster?
I'm freaking wigging out here.
Yeah, I'm getting some weird static too.
I don't know what it is. But they can, but then it increases the budget that they're trying to decrease.
Oh. I gotcha.
Because they're trying to make it, I don't remember what was I think it was like 100 million. Because it used to be like a 500, or no, I might be way off on that, I'm sorry. But it's very expensive. And they're trying to reduce the price of that so that more manufacturers jump in, more teams join up, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Okay. All right, I'm up to date.
Because LMP2 is already, I don't want to say it's cheap, but it's cheaper. It's already cheaper than what like that is. The cars have like a quarter of the price, all that kind of stuff. So they're just trying to make all of the classes cheaper and more profitable.
Yeah.
And when it comes to that, but it's just kind of funny that they've raved about this hypercar class and it turns out to be slower.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's just funny. I'm just making sure I got all of my racing things done before I get into comments, questions, and whatnot. I think it was Formula 1 was off, and that was pretty much it because we don't really talk about Formula E. I don't know enough about Formula E. So yeah, we'll stick with that. And then we'll get into questions, and then we'll talk about Stack Up for a bit, and then we'll do stuff. Okay.
Wait a minute.
That was loud.
I just really hope
that was loud.
I hope that mic picks that up.
That was disgusting. Dude. You got issues.
I'm gonna have to fucking wipe after that one.
Oh, okay. All right. So the first one was from Josh. Josh asked, how long are we going to still have the same package that they run at Talladega? Because he texted me as soon as the Logano flip happened. And he was just like, how long are they going to, is it before we change something? No, I'm sorry. It was, should they continue driving that package? No. I think it's a established thing that, yes, NASCAR thrives on like the big wrecks and things like that because it draws attention.
You don't fucking kill anybody though.
But right, the drivers and a lot of the fan base are like, oh, we're not here to watch them drive side by side like losers, and like pack racing kind of sucks a lot because of things like this happen. Like they'll wait until the very end to actually pass people.
Yeah,
a lot of times. Not all the time, but a lot of times they'll do that.
Is there more tracks that are like this?
It's just Daytona and Talladega.
Okay.
So it's four races a year. Out of the 32 are these. So it's really not a lot, but those 4 races have always caused incidents like this, where people are flipping and almost dying.
Yeah, so you can't use the argument that they don't have a lot of them because clearly the stats are showing that even though you don't have a lot of them, there's
still issues.
Guaranteed.
So, should they? No, because we want people to be safe and happy and healthy, but they don't have a feasible option to replace it with yet, I don't think. I know there's a lot of people that are calling for just ramp up the horsepower and turn down the downforce or whatever, which I don't know if that would work. I don't know enough about the way cars work to do that. But I've seen a lot of comments saying that. It's like, just let them run as fast as they can safely. It's like, what is safely to you? There's a lot of questions up in the air about that, and so I don't think they should run it anymore. But
what would you do? Cut the track or?
no, you
That's what
keep
I mean,
it. You would turn down the cars. You'd have to turn down the cars. Tune them down or give them a different. Do something.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. We'll try and figure it out.
Interesting.
Mike wants us to bring up the Cup race at Naga, which we did. St. Pete, which we did. The 24-hour results, which we did, and then the Monaco just had their historic race. Like it's like a, people who own the historical race cars go and they race them. I don't know if it's for money or anything. I don't know if it's new. I don't know what it is. I just saw them. They just brought it up to my attention today. But it was pretty cool because we got to see a lot of. Actually, it honestly might just be historical Formula One cars. I don't know, but we got to see a lot of older cars like that. And there's one of them. Do you know who Niki Lauda is? I feel like I've talked about him before.
Yeah.
One of his old race cars that he used was wrecked today, like hit the wall.
Oh.
Which that's like a huge part of history, and it's a huge payout.
Yeah.
That man's gonna have to pay. But they're at Monaco. They're on the street track, which is always a kind of a neat. It's a very historical, cool track because you're racing through a city, a very beautiful city.
That's the clip from that Iron Man movie.
Yes, that's
right?
Monaco. Yeah. It's kind of always, to me, it's always been a boring Formula One race because you can't really pass because it's a street. Flying down the street isn't the easiest to do.
No.
There is moments when you can pass, but it's just not as exciting as like other like actual racetracks, which are designated to have passing zones and stuff like that. But that's actually a really cool. Like we have at Watkins, they have the vintage Grand Prix.
Yeah.
And they bring literally anything. I have a poster over here. Anything from Formula One cars to like Model Ts out and they drive them around the track, and then they put them into classes and they race and you can win some money. So all those types of things are cool because it keeps people from just like hiding cool cars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It helps them bring them out and flash them off. Flash them off? What? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Flash the car.
Yeah. All right.
Flash them.
Whatever.
Toys.
I know we kind of ran through racing really quick, but because May is coming up, which is always Military Appreciation Month, when we fucked that up last year, we should have done our charity stream then.
When did we do it?
We did in June.
Oops.
Because of Le Mans. But we wanted to do the 24-hour race.
Oh, right, yeah.
But I think we're doing that. We're going to do it for the Indy 500. Our stack up stuff for Indy 500, which I think is 3 weeks from now. And we'll do kind of a huge thing in these next 3 weeks, talking as much as we can about stack up and what they do. And if you don't know, I'm going to read like what their thing is. Their not mission. I guess mission. Stack Up is a military charity supporting active and veteran service members from the U.S. and allied nations by promoting positive mental health and combating veteran suicide through gaming and geek culture. We utilize a comprehensive approach consisting of our 4-pillar programs, which is supply crates. They send gaming gear and things like that to people to keep them, in the geek community.
To keep them gamers.
Yeah. We do air assaults, which is they send veterans to like gaming cons and things like that. Obviously, kind of hard right now to do. Not really going on, or they're all virtual.
Well, they're kicking back up though.
But everything's starting to open up and whatnot. The stacks they bring. They try to help people. What this is more of like they're trying to have their volunteers hook up with some guys. And when I say hook up, I don't mean hook up.
Yeah, this isn't Tinder.
They're trying to just help them switch back to civilian life from the military. And then the Overwatch program, which is actually probably my favorite thing that they do. And they have a Discord, I think they have a few other channels of communication that you can do. and it's open 24 hours in the day. So if you ever have an issue and you're part of the Stack Up organization, you can message someone like, "Hey, I'm not having a good day. I'm really low, whatever," and someone will be like, "Hey, what's your favorite game? Let's go play," and someone will be there to play and keep you off the edge and things like that, which is always going to be a really awesome.
I always thought that was so cool because I'm just inherently like a gamer, and I know the community, right, is so can be toxic, obviously, but
the gaming community, you're saying,
yeah. As a whole, I think with cons, conventions, with even like you see like cosplayers and shit. You see, I have a YouTuber I watch, and he went to Rainbow Six Siege Major, which is professional Rainbow Six Siege, and all of the like cosplayers were there, and these are people from
everywhere,
bumfuck nowhere,
in all walks of life.
Yeah, they're all dressed up, and they took this big group picture, and they like dressed up as all the operators, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. So it's nice to have that support, which is kind of just always existed since the dawn of
gaming,
multiplayer video games.
Yeah,
and
meeting new friends. Like, I mean, I have 20 new friends now.
Yeah, and it's just
from
very
starting the racing team.
It's funny because there's even guys that I listen to that are podcasters that have never met each other but bonded over the games that they play, and now create content on YouTube and all this stuff. And it's just that's kind of what we did, and it's just that avenue inherently lends itself to be therapeutic.
Yeah.
So it's a very good idea to just kind of mesh the two together because it's almost never been done before. So.
Yeah, it's a cool feature that they have, and I can guarantee you that's something that impacts people's lives drastically.
And I like to throw that in people's face when they say video games cause violence. Fuck you, no, they don't.
They save people from it. To
be honest with you, there's definitely more.
And we have
goods than bads.
We have probably the coolest representative from Stack Up that works with us. And has helped us with our streams, has helped us, taught me a lot of stuff. But
she's a good shit talker.
Alicia, or we call her Perky Daisy, has been a huge advocate for getting racing involved into this. As far as I know, we're like the only racing team. Like, there's a guy who does like GTA races and stuff like that, but we're like the only racing simulation or esports team that works with them, and she was really excited. Like, she asked to work with us when I called to reach out and be like, how can I help?
Yeah.
Because racing, she grew up near racing and things like that. But she's been a huge part of what we are, and it's awesome to have someone like that she said good luck to us during every race. She's interacting with us all the time, and she hops into streams. She's a wonderful lady. Thank you for your service. You're the best. And the company itself they're all full of people like her who are just there to keep people happy and safe and alive, which is always what you want in life. All right, well, now we can move into movies. It's Kong Day.
It is Kong Day. I wanted to do. First of all, I got a That's Not Poggers, and I haven't had one of those in quite a minute.
Okay.
So, for those of you that enjoy keeping up with my life, and I know all of you do,
I don't even enjoy that.
Your boy got a new job, and can I just vent on how much I hate
starting over?
All of the onboarding, and the fucking. I was all day today. First of all, specifically. This is the first time, and again, I'm going to sound like a little pussboy. Little young boy kind of. This is like very kid, but this is the first time I'm even considering my own health insurance. So
you're such a child.
I
forgot about that.
Well, it's funny because I've never had to, through the time I was in college, I never had a job to even remotely give me the opportunity to. And then when I got out, the jobs I was in were not something I saw long term, so I didn't find it necessary.
You're also under 26.
Right. So I didn't find it necessary to hop on my own and then do insurance hopping until I kind of landed at a spot where I wanted to be. So this is the first job where it's like I'm kind of in that realm of where I might stay for a very long time. So considering it, but fuck, it's a pain in the goddamn ass. It's a pain in the fucking balls. It's so, like, I was on the phone for 3 hours today trying to figure out how to talk to somebody because I had some questions about some of the plans that they were offering without going into detail. But, like, my biggest thing is prescription drug cost, and I could not get a fucking answer for what I wanted, and I was going to come fucking unglued.
Welcome to adulthood, where insurance shit is the worst.
And well, you know what's funny is, like, it's not even the representatives. Like, they were very helpful. It's just the way that the system is set up is so fucking, like, I need to know if they will cover a certain prescription that I take because it's very expensive.
Yeah.
And they can't give me that because it needs a pre-authorization, but I can't get pre-authorized until I become a member of that
health insurance.
Yeah. So I have to become a member of the insurance and then hope to fuck that they pre-approve this drug that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I don't, that seems so ass fucking backwards. And I'm just like, this is ridiculous. So I have to go through all these extra hoops to make sure that they can get it covered for it. So anyway.
There is a lot of times where the drug itself needs to be, like, you have to find out if the drug itself authorizes that particular insurance to do it.
I had to go make sure my providers covered my insurance.
Yeah.
Because it's through a different...
Because there's a few times where, like, allergy medicine, this particular allergy medicine wasn't covered because it was...
Yeah.
That company had bad experiences with my company. It was just stupid.
The good thing is this particular drug that I take has its own third party, so to speak, that can... It's almost like financial aid.
Oh, yeah.
So I think what I'm going to do is just get it on that and then fuck the insurance altogether. And then if I have to change insurances throughout my life, I always know this will be covered on its own thing. So I think that's the loophole I found that I'm going to go through. But it's just one of those things where it's not even just the health insurance. I had to do this payroll thing, and the somebody fucked up my information in the system, so like it won't register me.
See, that's my biggest thing about these types of this type of situation. When someone fucks up for you, but then you're now responsible for it. It's like, what? Wait, hold on. You put my information in wrong in the first place. Like, when I got hired at Home Depot, they put my social security number in wrong.
Yeah, something's wrong with either my name or my social or my date of birth because...
And every time I went in there, she's like, you know it's wrong, right? I was like, yeah, you put it in.
I have to register to do my taxes, like my tax deductions and withholdings and my direct deposit. But in order to register, they need to find me in the system.
Yeah.
And they can't find me because one of the 3 pieces of information that is in there is wrong somehow. Because it's not finding me. And I'm going to fucking snap. So I have to email the payroll people and say, yo, you fucked up because I can't get in here. And then I was reading something earlier and it says that I don't even think I could do it till next week, which is another thing too. Like, you would think if I'm starting this week and it's going to be a full week, why would I not be able to do my tax withholdings and my direct deposit when I start or before I start?
Well, direct deposit always is 2 weeks after you start because it takes that long.
Right, but I can't even put the information in.
But that's weird. Yeah. Like, I put it on the first day that I worked at Home Depot, I put it on direct deposit.
I can't put any of that information in until a week later.
Yeah, that seems
And
silly.
then it takes
2 weeks.
The time it takes to activate. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm going to go a month without money?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to get a paycheck
they'll give you a paper check.
Well, yes, but it's like, dude.
Pain in the dick starting a new job.
It's so annoying. It's so annoying. So, that's my not poggers.
I have, that is poggers.
You have good thing.
Table's done.
Ooh.
It looks pretty sweet. So hopefully by next one we'll have it. Just depends on if me and Danny find time to meet up and get the table. He's made it. He's a guy from Home Depot that made it for us.
Oh, okay.
But like our schedules kind of are the same.
Are you giving him sexual favors for it, or
No, I paid him.
In sexual favors?
No.
Oh.
I handed him cash. Cash dollar, money flow.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure you weren't selling yourself.
I only do that for Tay.
Oh.
Just kidding. Well, I am pregnant, so.
Yeah, you are pregnant.
I am pregnant.
You are pregnant.
Oh, you guys will also know if I'm having a boy or a girl. Next episode. We all will.
When is that?
Saturday. Saturday we find out.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Did the party get scrapped? Is that?
No. We just family only.
Oh, okay. You gonna set the town on fire?
No. No, did you hear about the guy who died though? He blew up.
Oh yeah. He was fucking making something and
He's making
that shit skis me out so much.
Oh my god, we didn't even talk about the video I sent you. I'm all over the place.
Oh, speaking of stupid shit, yeah, go for it.
All right, so there was, I think it was the Yaris rally car with Ogre's
funnier.
Yeah, we'll go with that. And he's driving on the actual road. I think he's getting to his next stage in the race. I don't know for sure. But he went over to get onto a ramp, and the car that was behind him in that lane sped up to be like, nah, fuck off. And just totally...
Like a street car.
Yeah.
Like a civilian street car.
Totally clipped this race car. And I was looking at the comments, half of them were like, well, the Toyota he didn't signal. I was like, okay, first off, yeah, you need a signal.
To be fair, the video made it look like the dude in the race car fucked up and didn't see the other guy.
Oh, that guy sped up.
Yeah, because I didn't see, from my perspective, it looks like the dude in the race car fucked it up.
I guess to me it looked like the BMW sped up because he was pissed that the race car was getting over.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised because people do stupid shit.
Yeah. But all the comments were either he didn't use turn signals, or of course the BMW had to speed up to get in the way. But you also have people who see race car and they're like, you must have a lot of money. You can buy me a new BMW.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point.
I don't know. That might be it.
Who
knows?
Have you had anybody rage out on you on the hardcore road rage?
On the real road or in the race?
No, and the real road.
Oh yeah.
Follow
me.
I think I had my worst experience. It was a couple weeks ago, and I was out on 490, and I had to go to 590. And right as I realized, oh fuck, I got to get on this exit, I was really close to it, so I have to move now, or I'm gonna miss the exit.
Yeah.
And I go to move, and I'm like, I didn't check the mirror, so before I completely moved into the other lane, I looked, and you know how the mirror's got a little bit of a blind spot where you can't see somebody that's right up next to you?
Yeah.
So I looked back, and I saw the person, so I didn't, my wheel, because I saw my mirror, my wheels never entered their lane. But I swerved the car in my lane as if I was going to go into his lane. So he fucking reefed on the brakes, which, again, in 65-mile-an-hour traffic is not the best idea. I had complete control over my vehicle, and he fucking freaked the fuck out.
I would have just honked at you because you're dumbass for not doing that. You're in the wrong.
No, I know, and that's what I'm saying.
I would have honked at you and let you hit me, and then I would have sued you.
Well, I wouldn't have hit him because I had. That's what I'm saying. I knew what was going on, and I knew he was there.
But he
so
doesn't
I didn't
know
commit.
that.
Right, but so he has the right to be upset. But he was so I'm not saying that he was wrong in this. He was definitely right to be pissed off, because if somebody did that to me, I'd be annoyed too. But he was fucking double out the fucking front. I could see him in the back. He was double flicking me the fuck off. He drove past me honking the horn. Fuck you. I was like, oh my god, this dude.
I love that.
It was quite funny, but
that's hilarious.
Yeah, he was like I said, he was double. He was using his forearm to steer, and he had both arms fully extended out the front window.
That's amazing.
So yeah, it was a doozy. Anyway.
Nice. Well done. I had a guy. I had that in iRacing a few times where they're just scumbags and don't know what a racing move is.
Yeah.
And so they just turn you, just to turn you. Because it's virtual. Anyway, Kong. We gotta get into this. Let's go. Great movie. Not my favorite Godzilla movie, but great movie. King of Monsters still does it for me.
I'd have to watch King of Monsters again.
It's so good.
Because I don't know. I'd put Kong up there.
Okay, it's also not Kong. It's called Godzilla vs.
Kong.
It was good. I think they overdid my real the biggest gripe. I have a few, but the biggest one I have is the people. I don't give a shit about them. And all randomly, this guy knows how to do this code. We knew nothing about any of half the people that were involved in the show, in the movie, and then all of a sudden he's just smart enough to destroy this $1 trillion company.
Having Millie Bobby Brown, because she was in the other ones, fine.
Yeah.
Her father, fine. The girl and the other scientist, fine, because they were in all these other movies before.
The girl and the other scientist.
Yeah, the one that was watching over Kong.
She was not in any other movie.
She wasn't?
No.
I thought she was.
No. Neither was the guy. They're literally the only two people that were in the previous movies.
I could have swore the other guy. They talked about him like he was in the other movies.
Mm-mm. Not once was he in another movie.
Okay, so well,
but their characters were fine. They made sense. But the two people that, or I guess the podcaster was kind of funny. He was okay. I didn't mind him, but it was.
See, I didn't like him, and I didn't like the kid.
The kid was a useless character,
and
it wasn't even funny. He was overdoing that. They were overdoing the funny with him.
And the only thing the little girl did was prove that Kong could communicate.
Oh, the little girl was.
But other than that, she was relatively
useless.
Yeah.
But she did calm him down a few times. Yes, they played them into the roles that they needed them to be, but there are so many other ways you can do what they did.
Well, let me put it this way: the whole arc with them getting Kong to the center, I was okay with. The arc where the podcaster and Millie Bobby Brown's character and then the other little fat kid tried to go bring the company down, that was
stupid.
That didn't need to happen.
Yeah, no.
Exactly. They didn't even need to be involved in that.
1,000%.
So
speaking of taking Kong to Middle Earth or whatever, it took them how long to get to Middle? It took them forever to get to Middle Earth.
It was a very Kong-centered movie.
And then Godzilla just right through, and he climbs out of it in 3 seconds.
Yeah, I mean I would chalk that up as a traditional.
But he had to in a different realm. He had to get to Middle Earth. Then all of a sudden he doesn't need to do that anymore.
Yeah, good point.
That's silly.
Good point.
And the fact that Godzilla was able to blow through Earth, but couldn't blow through a helicopter pad. What the fuck? What the fuck?
That's a good point.
Those are my only 3 gripes.
The helicopter pad thing. See, the last 2 things I would chalk up as a very.
It's plot armor.
It is.
Which I get, but and it's obviously it's a Godzilla movie. It doesn't need to be relatively realistic, but
right. But I mean, if we're being,
they got to be lined up somewhat.
Yeah. I mean, I think all in all, I give it a 8.1.
I don't remember what I gave. I think I said a 8.3, 8.4. No, you gave it high. You gave it way higher than that.
Did I?
Yeah, you gave it a 9.
Oh yeah, I did. 9.1. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I'll stick with that.
Mecha was.
It was good, but
it didn't look mecha enough. It just looked like a robot, like a Transformer robot.
It was good, but it was rushed.
I wouldn't even say it's rushed. It was just. Also, Ghidorah has its own mecha, so leave Ghidorah out of it.
Oh yeah, well that was their interpretation of it.
That's how they had to do it to make him have his own brain.
Right.
Which I get, it's just there's a lot of little nuances that they could have done to continue the universe and still appease everybody. I don't know.
I think the way they went with Godzilla vs. Kong, they need to leave it be. The series.
But there's so many things that they brought up in King of the Monsters that they are just going to ignore now.
Right, and that's why I think Godzilla vs. Kong kind of screwed them a little bit.
Yeah.
Because they kind of, I don't want to say sealed the series off, but made it much more difficult to make movies past.
They made a bookmark.
Yeah.
Or a bookend where it can just be, that can be the end.
Right. I mean, it did very well, receptively, so I would assume that they're going to keep making movies off of it because it's making money.
Right, and you still have
But
Mothra has to come back because they found that egg. Which we talk about all the time.
yeah, so
Where's the rest of the fucking
you're going to see more,
monsters?
I think. But
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
I think my biggest thing that I liked about it was they had already given Godzilla 2 movies prior to this one, and they had only given Kong 1. So I think the way that they took this movie and definitely made, I would say, very Kong-centered.
Oh, it was a Kong movie.
Story about his, like, discovery and triumph and the whole whatever.
Yeah, but
I'm
here for Godzilla, so.
I like Kong's character a lot more now after seeing this movie.
Yes.
And I have a lot more respect for him, but I still think Godzilla is still cooler to me.
It was pretty badass that he dislocated his shoulder, put it back in by slamming it into a building. I'm here for it. I do that on a regular. Well, I don't slam it into a building because I'm not quite that big.
Pussy boy.
I just slam it into walls.
But I did like their exploration into, the ancient rivalry. And,
Yeah, they should go deeper into that. I
right.
think. Like, give me a prequel.
Kong's ancestry.
That'd be cool to see a prequel with all the fighting.
So, yeah.
Because he uses the axe from the dorsal fin, or the dorsal plate, or whatever they call it, to fight off Godzilla. And got the pay and the respect thing. That was cool. He's like, all right, you screamed back while you were literally gonna die. I'll let you be.
Yeah, and that was good too because they definitely we called this movie, I think, right from the beginning. Right, we said Mecha, then they're gonna fight together.
Yeah,
and Mecha's gonna be the one that loses. But I also saw a video and an interpretation that said technically, even though Kong didn't die,
he lost.
Which,
he did.
When the director or whatever was saying that one definitely wins and one loses, Godzilla won.
1,000% Godzilla won.
So
kicked his ass, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So Godzilla won, but they didn't do it as like he won, he killed him, which I liked.
Right, because
that's
not
credit,
always winning.
Right, and to their credit, they did a very good job doing character development in two characters that scream. So, I mean...
Well, one of them signs.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's this way.
But, it's definitely like... It's a tall order in terms of a movie because it's a lot of CGI. It's a lot of...
It was beautiful.
It looked very good. I think for the most part, the story was pretty good.
Yeah.
Barring the few...
Just those three people
plot holes.
Were useless, but turned into literally the biggest part of the plot that they needed to keep them safe. So
the dude that ran the company was another one too.
Yeah, he showed up. He was there for like 3 seconds and then died.
And he was not in any. Him, I know, was not in any other.
No one. I'm telling you, no one else was in any movie.
Like they had the
except
one dude
for the dad and the daughter.
They had the one dude who was like he played fucking Lannister, the old guy.
Yeah. Oh, I guess he was in it. Yes. Wait, was he in it?
No, he wasn't. That's my point. He was the one that had the Ghidorah head.
And they played it off like he was going to be. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he was the one that had the Ghidorah head, and then now all of a sudden this other rich dude who you've never met before has it.
Yeah.
And it's like that was not. He was useless. He in the 5 years between Godzilla King of the Monsters and then Godzilla vs. Kong, he made a company and was building Mechagodzilla, and nobody else knows who the fuck he is. You know, like it was just very like thrown in there just to kind of get Mechagodzilla built so they could fight Mechagodzilla. Yeah. That's where I say it was kind of rushed in the sense that like they wanted to just get Mechagodzilla out and in to the universe.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And then he was like thrown in there, and he was very powerful, and I liked the team up, and the fight was good, and his death was good, but his build up was too. Yeah, it seemed a little too. And I have to also give them credit too because again, very predictable movie, but still good. Usually, if
it's predictable, normally it sucks ass.
Yeah, because then I'm like, I knew this was going to happen. You know what I mean? But they just did it in a way that was still really good, considering I knew pretty much going into it what was going to happen.
Right.
So, yeah, there's definitely. I stick with my.
There's good and bad that comes with every movie. It was good. It was a good movie. I liked it, and I that's still one of my favorite series. Like, I don't even know. I don't want to say trilogy because it's going to be more. and it's really not even like a trilogy.
Cinematic universe.
Yeah, it's probably one of my favorite universes.
That, and then, dude, I'm telling you, we've talked about this before, though. The dark universe that they were trying to do with the Mummy.
Oh, that would have been so good,
dude. The Mummy,
with Jekyll and Hyde.
Jekyll and Hyde. I still remember that scene where he was like, they were calling him Dr. Hyde or whatever.
Yeah, and immediately it was like, yes.
I didn't get it right away.
Yes.
Until he kind of had like a flip, and then I was like, fuck, it's Jekyll and Hyde. Duh. Like,
yeah.
I was kind of like, duh. I didn't pick up on it at first.
Like, the first time I ever saw him was in...
and such a good cast for that.
What is that movie called?
Russell Crowe, fucking...
Yeah, he was perfect, because he's actually an angry man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like... I don't know. It's something Men. That's the movie that I first saw him in, but it was like a bunch of superhero like figures with oh my god, I couldn't think he just passed away this past year. He was James Bond.
Oh, Sean Connery?
Sean Connery. Why couldn't I? Oh, Jesus. He was in that movie. I can't think of what it was.
I can't either.
That was good, but that was the first time I ever saw Jekyll and Hyde rendition, and I that would have been so good. Yeah, that would have been so good,
but fell short of reviews and money, and
timing was terrible. That
also
it was the height of Marvel coming out. No one's gonna see another Mummy movie.
It just sucks because other studios can't stop making movies,
right? Just
because Marvel's making movies, but they know whatever they make is gonna just kind of be like, meh.
I'm over Marvel now. I'm done. I'm done with it. I think I'm not done, but I'm
satisfied.
The hype is gone for me.
I'm satisfied with where they left it. I think a couple movies I am excited for: new Spider-Man.
I'm big on the Immortals.
New Doctor Strange
with my boy Kit Harington.
I will watch that. I don't know enough about it to be hype about it, so I'm kind of just like, eh. I think the one I'm super excited for is the new Thor.
I'm just kind of like
the Thor one.
Yeah.
The 10 Rings doesn't. I watch it, but it's like, I don't know where's it gonna go. Where's this gonna go?
25 years of this.
Right. Yeah. Where's this gonna go?
Point.
And Blade, but I haven't seen any time for that one.
No. I am excited for Leto's.
Morbius. Yeah. So there's a few one-off movies I'm excited for, but like, I was like giddy for the Avengers universe and stuff. So,
but that's over.
But yeah, it's done, and they've laid it. I think they've done a good job at kind of taking a break.
It was shitty ending.
Like just taking a break. Fuck you. Just taking a break.
They also ruined it with making these shows. These shows suck.
I know, dude.
WandaVision, everyone's like, oh, it's so good.
First of all, I love how when Falcon Winter Soldier first started, everybody's like, well, Falcon Winter Soldier is better than WandaVision, and then the ending got shit the fuck on. Like, it tanked.
What did they do? Do you know what they did?
Oh, yeah.
Don't make shit political.
Yeah.
You made it political. People hate it. We go on.
Who didn't think that was going to happen?
Right.
I knew the show was coming out, and I knew somewhere he was going to be the new Captain America.
I saw a few things where
spoiler alert, by the way,
he wasn't. It was going to be Winter Soldier, but because of everything that's gone on.
Yeah, but there was also a comic book run where he
got it right. Like both of them have had it in previous comics.
Yeah, so it was just a matter of which one are they going to choose, and
obviously they kind of felt the need to do that, which whatever, teach their own.
His suit looks cool and whatever,
he does look pretty fucking cool.
I'm just like, I knew it was gonna happen. I'm not really excited about it.
They're putting in characters that aren't what got us into Marvel.
No, and they're also doing this. The shit that's pissing me off is they're linking these shows to potential movies down the road where they might be integrated with each other, and it's kind of frustrating because I don't want to watch a B-tier show just so I could watch a movie down the road and know what the reference is. Yeah. Like if
they did that with DC stuff,
like Falcon Winter Soldier, like sucked, and I don't want to watch a shitty show just so I know that fuck, he's Captain America now. And the fact that I can look up what the whole series was about and the whole season was about on a couple reels on fucking Instagram, nothing crazy happened.
No, we got the Captain America replacement who was just angry.
Yeah.
and no one. Obviously, all of us were like super like no.
He looked stupid, and they did that on purpose.
Did you see that he was getting death threats?
Really?
Yeah, the actor was.
They did that on purpose. They knew that they were going to garner like a fuck this attitude.
Yeah,
and WandaVision was arguably better than this.
I still hated it.
And I'm not going to watch that either.
Again, we talked about it. Brought in some cool things like the book,
the Darkhold.
It brought in like her full on getup, which is cool. But
the Loki series doesn't interest me either.
No, because it's not like Loki.
It seems like almost like it's a joke, like it's a, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
Lame. So that's why we have already said that DC is our universe.
I mean, yeah.
Well, if they can, if they can
continue.
do Snyder cuts.
I saw this shit, dude, where I watched it. So the Game Theorist.
Yeah.
So he did this bit where he explains that even though it might seem like the universe is fucked, like it's in different spots, he actually made an argument that it's fine. I'll have to send you the video.
Well, I guess there's multiple Earths.
So I'll have to send you the video so you can because he'll do a better job explaining it. But if you look at he was saying that if you look at the theatrical cut and then Snyder cut, the way that they had done it was, according to him, and you can interpret it however you want because nobody's ever confirmed this, but Snyder took a big fat ogre shit on the theatrical cut because the theatrical cut out stuff
that he created.
Right. And one of the big things was they were saying that the original timeline of events that happened was theatrical cut. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then you know what? I'm not even going to bother explaining it because I had already
send it to me. I'll watch it. We can talk about it tomorrow.
It was very complicated, but he was saying that one of the movies was pretty much them losing, and then when they had to go back, it created the other movie. When Flash went back, it split the time. So like one of them was
that
a
never
failure.
happened in the first one,
right? So,
okay,
but I can't remember which is which, and he explains it, and it actually makes sense. But
I guess I'll have to watch it because I get it, but it
because
also
he goes into how the theatrical cut.
As soon as he went back in time, it continued on with the same movie.
Well, and because the Aquaman is a continuation of the theatrical cut, technically.
Oh yeah.
So
because he comes and then she immediately goes and gets him.
Right.
Hey,
so there's some
already. Come save us again.
There's some weird thing where he says like the one movie didn't have Darkseid, the other one did, and that's because of blood. So
fuck you, Amber Heard. That's for you,
Sean's
Sean.
gonna like that one. So yeah, I will send you that, and we'll have to discuss that. I do want to do just real quick. I said I was gonna do this emergency food review.
Yep.
I haven't done a food review in a hot minute, but it was your boy's birthday this past weekend, and we went out to Sticky Lips. Oh, dude,
I want barbecue now.
Can I fucking just tell
Sticky
you?
Lips is
First
good.
of all, if you nobody's in our area. I mean, a few people are, but everybody rants and raves about the Eagle, right?
I hate it.
It's underrated.
Fuck. Wait, no, it's overrated.
Overrated. That's what I meant.
I was gonna say
It's
Eagle,
not as good as it's hyped up to be.
Yes, they have a few good things here and there, but it is not the Smokin' Eagle barbecue that it says.
No, everybody says that it's like the best barbecue. It's like no. I will drive to go to Sticky Lips
all day, every day.
Sticky Lips took a fat fucking shit on the Eagle. First of all, it's like relatively the same price because I get the combo that lets you get 3 different meats of your choice and then the sides, which I got. First of all, can I say that the fries and the mashed potatoes were
I feel like that's
unbelievable.
If you ever want really like just your consistency, if you want consistency in your fries, go to a smokehouse.
Yeah.
They're always good. They're always consistent. They're always like steak fries, like or whatever type of fry they have.
Yeah.
It's always
and
consistent.
the mashed potatoes gravy was unbelievable.
Also the best place to get mashed potatoes.
And I got pulled pork, ribs, brisket. And can I just say pulled pork was the worst out of all of them. But still really very good.
Yeah.
And then ribs, and then the brisket was my favorite. That brisket.
Did you ever go to Famous Days before it was open?
No.
It would blow that out of the water for you.
Really?
Yeah, Famous Days was so good.
It's not around anymore?
No.
Oh, damn.
But like the tenderness, like it would melt in your mouth.
That fucking brisket.
Brisket's so good.
I came in my pants. Like
had
I
to make it
actually, like I was eating it with Dominique, and she was like, "You gonna be okay?"
And you're just like, oh my
Yeah, because I'm like eating it, and I'm like, "Oh,
so good."
oh."
I love having food experiences like that because Taylor's like, dude, shut up.
Like I'm literally
Stop.
like I
And I'm
can't
like,
help
this
it.
is so
I usually
good.
don't
I
like
can't.
being obnoxious about it, but it's like I take a bite and I was like, "Holy fuck!" Like it was just so.
This is so good.
Yeah, it was insane. That brisket. I didn't even get hard. I just came.
Oh my god.
Like it was just instant.
You're the worst.
And the ribs were really good too. But the brisket, I was like that is the shit. And I like the 3 combo portion because if I had any more brisket, like that would be a lot. It's very rich.
It's nice because it separates that all. And
and it gives you like little bits, and then it's not.
You can break it
it's
up
never
in
too
between.
much.
Yeah.
So 10 out of 10 all fucking day long.
Yeah.
That is
Sticky
some,
Lips is really good.
That is
But
some insane.
obviously,
shit.
it's still no. Like Texas barbecue or
right, and I have.
But it's good for it's like New York barbecue.
Yeah, for this area, like
It's
definitely.
it's good.
Yeah, and I need to get me some good Texas barbecue. I have connections to Texas, and I need to take advantage of that. But
We should have him send us up some sauces.
dude, see, because Dominique's family, her mother's side is from Texas, so they go a lot.
Yeah.
And her father is huge into barbecue when he got with the mother because he would go to Texas a lot. So
Barbecue,
and they lived in Texas.
That's
for
my
a while.
favorite sauce, barbecue. Slurp that shit up every day.
Yeah, and it's funny because like authentic or like traditional or smokehouse barbecue sauces are still different. Like, because I would say that like Sweet Baby Ray's is really good, but it's not.
I'm not a huge fan of Sweet Baby Ray's.
It's not a. It's not a like.
Barbecue.
It's not a smokehouse barbecue that you would find on brisket. Rib.
Do you know?
There's something
So
different
I've
about it that's not. It's very commercialized. I guess. I would say.
Dinosaurs, like they sell their individual things. That's probably the closest thing I've found individually.
Really?
Obviously, I haven't been to I haven't like gone to a smokehouse and been like, I want yours, thank you.
Right.
But commercially, it's probably the best one I've had.
So that's my emergency food review.
That was a good one. All right, well, thank you everybody. Y'all are the best.
Keeping it real.
Draft is this week, so that's kind of neat. The NFL draft, that is. So we might talk about that. Might bring up if anything cool happens, like we get.
If anything unexpected happens, which I doubt.
Super League's dead. Rest in peace. Actually, rest in pieces, you piece of shit.
Are we gonna? We should do like, where's Trevor Lawrence going?
Obviously, Jacksonville.
Okay. I would hope somewhere else just to be.
My thought is I'll do my first five. I actually have no idea who the order is after 3, but this is my order. It's going to be Trevor Lawrence, Wilson, Fields, Pitts, Lance.
Okay.
That's my guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say.
I have no idea who's 4th. But it's kind of hard to pass up Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts is George Kittle or Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah.
But young.
Younger. Yeah.
Not that George is old, but whatever.
I want to see something crazy happen. I want to see him shake it up, but it's going to be what it always is.
I would love to see the 49ers not get a quarterback. Actually, I think that's who's 4. 49ers.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be wild. Kyle Pitts and George Kittle on the team. Anyway, thank you all. Thank you, OGO. Thank you, GoPro. Thank you, Team Ultra. Michelob Ultra. Thank you, Pavilion Machine and Tool. Thank you, Big Party Sound.
Firebeat!
Thank you, Falcon.
Rogue, I want to give you
Rogue.
a round of applause because my order was back the fuck up and your boy was getting a little annoyed. But that's because their strawberry kiwi is in high demand because everybody loves it because it's a phenomenal flavor.
They have a new flavor.
And
Caramel.
they also
caramel.
changed all their
Branding.
their labels.
That was also one of the reasons why I was backward because it was all in the middle of being rebranded.
Right, their labels and tubs and the whole whatever. So I got my order in and they were really cool about it. They hand wrote me on the order sorry about the, because it's a smaller company, so I like how they're kind of personal like that. And then they threw in like 6 or 7
samples,
individual packs of the strawberry.
Oh, that's cool.
Kiwi because they were late. So I was like, you know what?
I mean, look what they did for our charity stream.
Yeah. I was a little bent at first, but I was like, you know what? No. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Round of applause. You guys are phenomenal.
So, Rug, thank you. You're, as always, the best.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, all of those things. Obviously, they're down in the description. We'll be live tonight, Wednesday, and Sunday.
Your boy's got a new work schedule. Might be back.
We might have a wacky Wednesday here and there.
Might be back.
It'll be after the normal Wednesday night stream that we have for Falcons.
We
Falcon
might be
and
back
Mike's.
to late night stupid hour.
Actually, Falcon, Mike, Jeremy, and Alex, they run a league every Wednesday from it's like 8 to 9-ish.
I know everybody missed that, but
Every other time we'll do that.
fuck shit Friday's coming back.
All right, thank you all for watching. Oh, perfect timing.
Oh,
Okay.